since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Monday, January 26th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news tonight, a man has been charged in connection to a fatal shooting today in Caldwell County. 41-year-old Joshua Barrett Lovins of LENOIR was arrested by authorities in Caldwell County. He's charged with murder. Shortly after 2 a.m., the Caldwell County Communications Center received a 911 call reporting a shooting at an address on Honeycomb Place in LENOIR. Deputies with the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office and emergency responders arrived at the scene and found 46-year-old Michael Eugene Watson Jr. suffering from a gunshot wound. Despite life-saving efforts, Watson was pronounced deceased at the scene. Deputies found Joshua Barrett Lovins in his vehicle in the driveway of another residence on Honeycomb Place. Lovins had been identified by the 911 caller as a person involved in the incident. Detectives arrested Lovins and placed him in the Caldwell County Detention Center without bond. A court date is Wednesday. The case remains under investigation. In the wake of our first winter storm of the season, Arianna Mack has details on a text scam reported by a local power company.
Watch out, scammers are reportedly trying to take advantage of recent winter weather. Fraudulent text messages are being sent that appear to be from Duke Energy, but they are not. If you receive one like the screenshot included in this story, do not respond or click any links. Please share to help protect others. The scam is targeting utility customers claiming they will be impacted by a scheduled power outage. This message did not come from Duke Energy. Customers should avoid clicking links or downloading attachments from businesses or individuals they do not know, and they should contact Duke Energy at 1-800-777-9898 between the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. directly to discuss their account, or visit company communication channels for the latest updates. To report a power outage, visit duke-energy.com/outages. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. Here's a look at scheduled changes Tuesday as a result of the storm. Catawba County schools will be closed for students and staff. At this time, the tentative plan is to transition to a remote learning day Wednesday if travel conditions remain unsafe. However, no final decision has been made. Tuesday will be an inclement weather remote learning day for Hickory City schools. Additional guidance regarding remote learning expectations will be shared by schools. Newton Conover City schools will be on a remote learning day. Kid Connection sites will be closed. Alexander County schools will operate on a remote learning day as well. Burke County Public Schools and Caldwell County Public Schools will be closed for students and staff Tuesday. The Burke County YMCA program is closed as well, and all extracurricular activities are canceled. In Caldwell County, all school-related activities, including extracurriculars, wraparound, and athletic events, are canceled. All CVCC campus locations will be closed to keep studies on track. Students can log into Blackboard to access course materials and complete today's assignments. Western Piedmont Community College will have a remote learning day Tuesday. All of Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute's campuses will be closed. At LENOIR, all three campuses will operate with remote work and remote instruction. On the Hickory campus, the Cromer Center Dining Hall will operate on a normal schedule, and Joe's Coffee will open at 8 a.m. Rudisill Library and the Fitness Center will be closed. At Appalachian State, classes scheduled to meet on the Boone and Hickory campuses Tuesday are canceled. Classes scheduled to meet on the Boone and Hickory campuses Wednesday will not meet in person. You can continue to check our website, WHKY.com, for the latest schedule changes due to weather. A barn was destroyed by fire Thursday afternoon in eastern Alexander County. The Stony Point, Hiddenite, Taylorsville, and Wittenberg fire departments were called to the blaze off Hunter Bridge Road in Stony Point. No additional details were available. One person was transported to the hospital overnight as the result of an ATV crash in Alexander County. The incident was reported at approximately 9:45 p.m. Sunday on Sulphur Springs Road in Hiddenite. The victim was taken to Wake Forest University Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem. No other information was available. In today's crime report, a man has been charged with soliciting a child and solicitation of prostitution of a minor. Arianna Mack has that story. In local sports, Jason Savage has a recap of the sports action that took place just before the storm hit. He has lots of Friday hoops action. In community focus, David Cedrone has a report on a scam involving cryptocurrency machines in Morganton. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference, the Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got 0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference, $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic, as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up.
White flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr. Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
Hey, grab me one too.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
The following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report today, Arianna Mack has details on the arrest of a Lincoln County man for allegedly soliciting a child.
That's correct, Rob. A Lincolnton man was charged with solicitation of a child and prostitution. 55-year-old Michael Wilson Leswing of Lincolnton was arrested Thursday by Mooresville police officers. He's charged with solicitation of a child by electronic device and solicitation of prostitution of a minor. The investigation revealed that the suspect used an electronic communication device to engage in inappropriate and unlawful communication with a minor. Police reports say Leswing initiated a conversation to have sexual relations with the minor at a predetermined location. He arrived at that location and was subsequently taken into police custody without incident. MPD detectives worked diligently to identify the suspect and gather evidence, which ultimately led to the arrest. The suspect was transported to the Iredell County Detention Center and placed under a $150,000 secured bond. This case remains under investigation and additional charges may be pending. Anyone with additional information related to this case is encouraged to contact the Mooresville Police Department at 704-664-3311. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. Up next, David Cedrone reports on a pair of arrests in Catawba County cases.
All right, thank you, Rob. Well, a woman listed as homeless is facing multiple charges in Catawba County. 36-year-old Lisa Marie Hall arrested Thursday, January 22nd by the Catawba County Sheriff's Office. Hall is charged with felony larceny by the Sheriff's Office and misdemeanor probation violation by probation and parole. She was taken to the Catawba County Detention Facility under a $2,500 bond. Court records show a court appearance scheduled for Friday, January 23rd. And Hickory police have made a drug-related arrest involving an elderly man, 72-year-old Homer Malachi Phillips of Fairgrove Church Road in Hickory. He was arrested Saturday, January 24th by Hickory police. Phillips is charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under no bond. A district court date was scheduled for today, January 26th. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. A man is charged with assaulting a firefighter. 37-year-old Levon Monroe Ussery, who was listed as homeless, was arrested Wednesday by Burke County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with felony assault with physical injury on emergency personnel, 2 felony counts of probation violation, and 1 misdemeanor count of probation violation. On January 16th, the Burke County Sheriff's Office responded to Spaniel Street in Connolly Springs regarding an assault on a firefighter. Once on the scene, deputies spoke to the victim and learned that while preparing to extinguish an outside fire near a wood line, a man approached and grabbed the fire hose. While attempting to regain control of the hose, the man struck the fireman on the side of the head with a closed fist and ran from the scene. Deputies were unable to locate the suspect. On January 21st, the Sheriff's Office, in coordination with probation and parole officers, conducted a follow-up on Spaniel Street in Connolly Springs regarding an outstanding arrest warrant for Levon Monroe Ussery. Warrants were issued against the suspect. Ussery received an $80,000 secured bond following the arrest. A Statesville man is charged with drug offenses. 20-year-old Donald Charles Lawson Jr. was arrested Friday by Alexander County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with felony possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Lawson was taken into custody Friday evening and additionally served a failure to appear warrant from Iredell County for possession of marijuana. He was detained in the Alexander County Detention Center with bond listed at $15,000. A Catawba man is charged with assault. 29-year-old Dylan Shane Uzel was arrested Friday by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with assault inflicting serious injury, communicating threats, and 2 counts of domestic violence protective order violation. Uzel was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under a $33,500 bond. A Monday district court date was scheduled. And that's our crime report. Thank you for watching. For WHKY, I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
It's Nick, the Kia man at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
And it's the winter sales event going on right now.
What's that mean for you? 0 down payment available.
And no payments for 90 days.
Plus a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles under $20,000.
With big discounts on new Kias.
So you've got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory. 0 down payment available, no payments for 90 days, and a lot of quality pre-owned cars starting under $20,000.
And big discounts on new Kias. ParamountKia.com.
Get your Kia at Paramount.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr. Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
Rex Allen Theater's back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
This is your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro. I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. Let's be honest, this is all from Friday. High school basketball action Friday night. Girls games in the Western Foothills Athletic 4A 5A Conference saw Bandies win over Bunker Hill 43-35. Hickory over Fredty Fort 56-48. Maiden won over West Iredell 76-21. In the Northwestern 6A 7A Conference Friday night, Alexander Central over South Caldwell 53-43. Freedom fell to McDowell 64-25. Boys high school basketball action Friday night in the Western Foothills Athletic 4A 5A Conference. Bandies over Bunker Hill 60-31. Hickory over Fredty Fort 69-51. In the Northwestern 6A 7A Conference, Freedom defeats McDowell 81-55. South Caldwell over Alexander Central 45-40. Caldwell Community College men's basketball lost their second straight when they fell 65-48 on the road at Richard Bland College on Friday night. Cobras dropped to 16-4 overall, 3-2 in Region 10 Division I play. They're off for the next 2 weeks. They'll be back in action Saturday, February 7th at home against Wake Tech. LENOIR women's basketball. Gosh, what do they do now? Just take down 23rd ranked Lincoln Memorial 71-63 in overtime. It marks the Bears' 9th straight win, their longest winning streak since the 2022-2023 season. Aliyah L led the way with 21 points, her 8th 20-point outing of the season. LR 14-4 overall, 10-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. They'll be back in action on Wednesday when they travel to take on Catawba. LENOIR men's basketball defeated Lincoln Memorial Friday night as well, 99-63 at home. This included a 54-28 advantage in the second half for the Bears. Keisha Miller led the way, 16 points on 5 of 7 shooting from the field, 2 from 3 from three-point land, 4 from 4 at the charity stripe. LR men's 16-4 overall, 10-2 in South Atlantic Conference action. They too will travel to Salisbury to take on Catawba on Wednesday. The Indians are 14-4 overall, 9-3 in the South Atlantic Conference. Should be a good matchup on Wednesday. Last time they played, LR won at home 75-71, as this is round 2 for these two teams. Appalachian State women's basketball wrapped up their 4-game road trip Friday with a 68-48 win over Louisiana on the road in Lafayette Friday. Mountaineers top scorer junior Deja Mitchell, 17 points, draining 3 of Appalachian State's 8 3-point buckets on the night. Mountaineers 9-10 overall, 2-7 in Sunbelt Conference action. App is back in action at home Thursday as they're scheduled to host South Alabama. Appalachian State men's basketball had a stellar defensive outing as they would close out their season-long 4-game homestand with a 59-43 win over Louisiana Monroe Friday at home. Mountaineers held Louisiana Monroe to just 13 made field goals and 43 points in the win. Their 13 field goals marked the fewest an Appalachian State team has allowed a Division I opponent in the Dustin Kearns era. Michael Marcus Jr. and Luke Wilson paced the Mountaineers on Friday. Both scored 14 points and would tally double-doubles. Marcus Jr. barely edged out Wilson for the team lead in rebounds. Marcus Jr. had 14, but the two combined for 26, with 10 of them coming on the offensive glass. Mountaineers 13-9 overall, 6-4 in Sunbelt Conference play. They'll be on the road for their next 2 games, while also continuing their 5-game stretch against teams from the Sunbelt West side of the conference when they take on Southern Miss to start. That will be Thursday on the road in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Despite a strong effort, the Appalachian State women's tennis team fell to Virginia Tech Friday 5-2 on the road. Senior Savannah Dadamasco highlighted the afternoon for the Mountaineers, registering a win at the #1 spot. App is back in action at the High Country Friday, taking on UNC Asheville. It will be the team's home opener. As always, much more can be found on our website, WHKY.com.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
Winter does serious damage to your roof. Every freeze and thaw puts you closer to an expensive replacement. How's yours holding up? Call RoofMax for a free winter roof assessment with no obligation. Our treatment restores flexibility and strength to your shingles, adding up to 15 years of life to your roof. And right now, you'll get a free roof tune-up with your RoofMax treatment. We'll bring your roof out of winter better than it went in.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr. Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference, the Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got 0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference, $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. With details on a cryptocurrency-related scam in Morganton, here's David Cedrone.
All right, thanks, Rob. Well, the Morganton police are warning residents about a new growing scam involving cryptocurrency machines across the city. The Morganton Department of Public Safety says scammers are contacting people by phone, text, or email, telling them to deposit money into cryptocurrency machines. Investigators say the scammers often claim the payment is tied to law enforcement matters, court issues, utility bills, or other urgent financial problems. In some cases, scammers are even using the real police officers' names to sound legitimate. Police say once money is deposited into a cryptocurrency machine, it is usually impossible to recover. According to officials, these cases are extremely difficult to investigate because cryptocurrency transactions, they're fast, irreversible, and often tied to anonymous digital wallets. Funds are frequently moved through multiple wallets, crypto ATMs, or international exchanges, placing them outside local jurisdiction. By the time victims realize they've been scammed, the money is often already gone. To help prevent more victims, city officials have created informational flyers that officers will distribute during calls for service. Flyers will also be posted at police headquarters and, when permitted, near cryptocurrency machines. Anyone with questions about cryptocurrency scams is encouraged to contact the Morganton Department of Public Safety. The phone number, 828-437-1212. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. A local organization is providing relief during this winter weather. Arianna Mack has details.
Thanks, Rob. Over the weekend, during the winter storm, the Kindness Project of Hickory, a nonprofit that assists those in crisis, hardship, and poverty within the community, did exactly that. According to their social media, before the storm on Saturday, the organization transported 7 individuals and 2 dogs to warming stations that either didn't have transportation or communication to know about the storm or operations for warming stations. In addition, they handed out bags to all the individuals that stayed at camps throughout the Hickory Metro. Bags contained Mylar blankets, snacks, toothbrushes and toothpaste, deodorant, hand sanitizer, socks, hat, and gloves. During the storm, the Kindness Project also gave to individuals that did not want to go to warming stations and provided warming pots with candles to the campers to try to keep warm, while the pot retains heat and stops wind from putting the fire out. Also providing grilled cheese, soup, hot chocolate, lots of blankets, emergency bags with food, flashlights, batteries, socks, and hand warmers. To stay up to date on warming stations, meal opportunities, and ways to volunteer, visit kindnessprojecthky.org and social media at Kindness Project Hickory. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. And a reminder, for all of the latest schedule changes due to weather for Tuesday, be sure to check out our website, WHKY.com. We will keep that story updated with all of the latest information. Well, that wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at that website, WHKY.com. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, and Jason Savage, I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.